Right now I'm just thinking about training hard, getting the training in every day, putting in my time, getting in the best shape possible. Obviously preparing for Carlos and his style and where I can take the fight to him.
Toshido MMA is a gym I started 12 years ago, 1998, and we basically started this gym before people knew what MMA was. It was kind of an underground thing at the time, but it was a sport that we were passionate about, and it was exciting to see it blow up to what it is today.
I've been fighting out of Toshido since I was 14 with Dave, and he's taken me under his wing, and over these years we've had a strong bond, and without him I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So a lot of this credit is due to my training here, and you know what I mean. I don't think anywhere else in the world would be a better place for me.
I've been training with Rory ever since I trained here, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I actually pretty much learned about this place from Rory because I used to go to high school with him.
I think Rory's probably one of the hardest workers there is, and he has an incredible gas tank. He's able to push at such paces that are terrifying when you're underneath him. You know what I mean? He's definitely the total package. You know what I mean? He's got all the physical attributes to the mental attributes to it all.
It's kind of a funny story. It was actually his older brother was at a high school that I was doing a PE class where I was teaching the students, and his brother Ryan was there, and basically told his little brother Rory that he had done some class with me, and told him that he should check it out. And I guess they were driving around with their dad, and their dad is like, well, let's go there right now, and turned around and drove him to the gym, and the rest is history.
He's actually nerdy, but he's an extremely hard worker, and he has that ability to see his weaknesses and to improve on them. I know when we first went out to Montreal, everyone's wrestling was better, so then he got better wrestling, and then he went out the next time and everyone was stronger, so then he got stronger. So he's just really good at that, addressing what he needs to get better at it, and not only seeing it, but actually putting the time in and effort to get better at, not only at his strengths, but at his weaknesses too.
Rory's just one of those guys that I show him something and it's like he's always known it. You know, he picks things up so fast and he can add it to his game really quick. I think Rory's going to surprise a lot of people in Vancouver. I think a lot of people are going to sleep on Rory thinking that, he's this young 20-year-old kid up in Canada and he's fighting Carlos CONDIT, who's a well-known fighter out of the States, who's, had, I think, close to 30 fights. And I don't think people, I know people don't realize how good Rory actually is. And anybody who's trained with him knows, but if you haven't, you'll find out pretty soon.
When I first heard about that fight, I was really intrigued because I put them pretty closely together as far as skill-wise. I think the difference will be Rory's pure technique and strength, and that's where I think he'll be able to knock him out.
I think Carlos has got great jiu-jitsu and great stand-up, and nowadays you're not going to get a weak fighter in the UFC anywhere. You're going to get strong mixed martial arts everywhere with the fighters nowadays. So you can't, I'm just preparing for, the best I can prepare for. I'm just going to be the best I can be, and on that night we'll see who's better. Carlos
CONDIT actually before, was probably one of my favorite fighters, and I always thought that him and Rory would make the most unbelievable match. So I think it's going to be a fight for the ages, and everyone's going to remember it. But I think it'll end with Rory having his hand raised and knocking CONDIT out. What I think, maybe with a head kick.
He's certainly a special individual. He's more focused than any 20-year-old I've ever seen, and certainly a lot more focused than I was at 20. So, it's a treat having him around.
Right now, I just started training with a new trainer for my Muay Thai. His name is Adolfo Lozano. great Muay Thai fighter, and we've been doing lots of pads and working on everything to do with Muay Thai, obviously, and it's improving immensely every time we work together. He's a great trainer, and my main trainer, Dave, of course, has always been with me for my boxing, my main style. So me and him, we have a great relationship as far as holding pads, ideas for new things, combinations, what works for my style. So me and Dave will have a great connection as far as my stand-up game goes.
Fighting is so mental, and he's so strong for his age mentally, just knowing where he wants to be and what he wants to achieve. So it's, the sky's the limit for this kid.
The support that I've got locally and even across the nation of Canada, has been overwhelming since I've got to the UFC. And it's a great feeling that people are supporting me and wanting to see me do great. But the people that have been by my side since I was just a little kid, those are the people that I really care about, and the ones that have been helping me and still helping me. Those are the ones I'm trying to impress and to be my best for. You know what I mean? I love this city, and I love this gym. This is where I started, and this is where I'm going to end.